Hey y'all. How y'all been liking my videos and stuff so far? Yeah, it's like when I do these videos, everything is literally from the heart. Either I'm giving you information from a reality standpoint directly, as if I didn't have any spiritual gifts, and then I do things where you get this feel, you sense my spiritual gifts. So sometimes I'll do one or the other, or I do both at the same time. It's all, depends on the energy of the room. So the way I do things is I have a little notepad that I write down like a title. I could write a title down where like I could have a thought. And this is just to help people out. And it's not so much to say you need to do videos and stuff like that. This is more so to help you to think your thoughts throughout the day. So you can get you a regular notebook. You can go on your phone or however you want. And just write down. Like if you get a thought about something, write it down. Okay, write that thought down. Don't force yourself. Don't be like, what is that? What does that mean? And this, and that. Just write it down. Something pop in your head, write it down. And I think I talked about this before. I did talk about it before. And, just go off of that. Sometimes just be natural. I'm going to say this. Not everyone supposed to be on the internet. Let me throw that. I need to throw that out there. Everyone in the world don't supposed to be on the internet. Okay? If your spirit, if something in your spirit, if I don't tell you in the spirit you need to go out here, do not do it. Because you can cause more chaos in life. Because this is not for the easy-hearted. And what I mean by that is you got to have thick and tough skin in this world. Okay? Real tough skin. And it can corrupt you. Something you could be thinking you could be doing pure at heart can corrupt you. Okay, it can either make you go insane as becoming something you're not, or it can make you go into insane to make you crazy in the head. Okay, I need y'all to understand. Not everyone on the internet in the world shouldn't be televising their lives. Okay, I need y'all to know that. Now, when I say okay, yeah, you can record yourself, that's personal. But if the spirit doesn't tell you, please don't get up here, because somebody say something reckless to you and you can't handle it, you done. You gotta remember, there's people out here that threaten folks, and some people, they stick to those threats. If you're not prayed up enough, I can't help you. I only can help people that pick up the phone and say, hello, God, I need you. It's that type of energy. If you don't call, because I ain't going to come knock on the door, do you need me? Heck no. I told you, I ain't the Jehovah Witnesses. That ain't me. Shucks, I ain't about to come in up to the door and say, do you need to learn about God today? Like, nah. This is open opportunity. Whoever needs me, you see where I'm at, you better come to me. I'm lazy. Look, maybe bring me a plate or something. I love to eat. I ain't gonna lie, I love to eat. I think I told y'all another video. My son called me Big Back the other day. It is what it is. I look at more food videos than about materialistic things. I guess I'm like a dude. Shucks, feed me a plate. We in there. But wash your hands though. Just say it. Okay. But it's the thing about this, y'all. When I do these videos, and I'm gonna go tie something back from the last video I did about what did I say? Hold on, let me recognize. I'm gonna just say it like this. Oh, about the celebrity world. Another tie to that is this. People don't know when God is around. They can't see it, they can't feel it. They don't know if they want, if it's there or not. They don't know if it's the devil or whatever. Reason why I did my videos the way I done it, because now you got proof. You have proof. You have proof that God is in everyone. You have proof that someone been watching you the whole time. So even though I might talk about select people in this world, there's reasons behind it. However, it's because these are people that people look up to. Okay. No matter if it's a good thing or it's a bad thing, it don't matter. We all learn it together. But this is the reason why, so people can see things in their face and say, okay, I didn't know the cues when somebody depressed. I didn't know the cues when somebody is in the motion of they, life or death. And I'm not saying this about any of the people directly, just in general. See, a lot of people don't notice the warning signs. We think when we see somebody crying, we assume that they ready to go out. A lot of times it's not that. It's the one that smiles. The bigger the smile, sometimes the harder they fall. So I just want y'all to know, don't allow the smiles to make you think that they okay. Don't allow when you see a person that's strong all the time think it's okay. I'm gonna have to call this out because I saw a video about it the other day, and this is with Shaq. Shaq was saying that he was paraphrasing a little bit. Basically, so many words, he's a man, and he was grown up to be a man and to be a protector and provider for a wife. And the thing about it, as women, we are nurturers, and so sometimes as women, we are overthinkers, and sometimes we, stress a lot because we want to make sure everybody's taken care of. So if a female stresses a lot, and always in survivor mode, then when a dude comes in and he needs somebody to save him, he knows it's gonna put more stress on her. And it's like, if she ain't got a life jacket, how the heck he gonna have a life jacket? And this is the problem in the world. And I'm not saying that Shaq is wrong for how he feel, but that's how we was taught. Okay, and I'm not saying this is gonna tie to the last message. However, I'm not saying that about Shaq sexuality. It ain't got nothing to do with this. But I want to say, this is why guys turn to other guys, because strength with strength, because they can be vulnerable with that one, because they know that if I tell another man how I feel about something, I know he's strong enough to handle it and not be too sensitive to the point that he put more pressure on me. That's why a lot of guys confide in guys. That's why you see a lot of guys will go hang out with the fellas, their buddies, before they want to hang out with the female friends, because the female friends or wives or significant others, they stress the situations. Instead of allowing the man to vent, to say what's going on, they jumping down the throat. So that's the thing about it. And I'm gonna go into the other side of it too. And so when it comes to men, that's why so many men are bottling up emotions. And y'all don't realize there's a lot of men out here that they don't want to live because they've been holding on to these emotions for so long that they don't know how to project their energy out. Okay, and that's why, like I said with the videos about guys showing as females and stuff like that. And then when it comes to females feel like that. Every time I try to express how I feel and stuff, they taking it the wrong way and calling me weak because I'm trying to rationalize the situation out so I can divide the issues up evenly to be able to solve a problem. Because sometimes it's like a meal. When we eat, just think of a plate. When we eat, normally you have your proteins and your vegetables like that, right? Proportion, right? So the female really is trying to proportion everything out. But for some reason, when guys receive that plate, they think it's just protein. That's it. The meat, the grit, that's it. But they don't realize that she's providing the vegetables and she providing the fruit. And sometimes she provide the dessert just to let you know, like, I understand everything that you need to be strong in this world. But when the guy look at the plate, how many of y'all, when y'all look at a plate, all the food look like it's mixed together? So it look like when they say something, it sounds like if they like a ball of fire coming at you, but it's the fact that you are so busy being strong and being the person that have the answers to everything that sometimes you don't realize when she just trying to do the best she can to say something to you in ways where you can understand the difference between nagging and trying to fix a situation. So nagging, That's when a person is like, you need to do this, you need to do that, this, and that, this, and that. You need to clean dishes. You need to pick up the food stuff off the floor. You need to do this, you need that. And to you, it sounds like, why she's nagging at me? Like, my clothes on the floor. Yeah, I didn't take the trash out. Yeah, there's dishes that I put in the sink that I didn't do. Well, she's not sitting there nagging, but to you, you think it's nagging because you look at it as chores. But she just saying, can you... So chores, you're looking at it as a collective. It's work. Another job. Okay? And what she's trying to say is this. What's the way I can say it? She's trying to take the chaos out of here and help you to keep it clean out here. So when there's clothes on the floors, when the dishes need to be cleaned, the trash need to be taken out, it proves that there's chaos up here. It's chaos. And she's trying to say, hey, I can't help you here because you won't open up, but I see it out here. So if you don't clean out here, how can I help you understand here? But the thing about it is, you want to keep all of this bottled up. And then whenever I say something to you, you throw stuff out there on the ground and then saying, here, it's time to eat. You understand? So it's like, it's that plate. That plate is your, on that plate, it's the clothes on the floor. It's the trash in the trash can that need to be thrown out. It's the dirty dishes all on the plate, and you giving it back to her. Now you serving the dish back to her and say, you eat it. But she's like, this is your mess. This is your slop. You put that on the plate. And all I'm trying to tell you, look at what you're doing. Look, right now, all you want to do is play video games all day long. And you ain't trying to help clean up. The kids over here be trying to get your attention, but you're not listening to them. Then over here, your mom and them keep asking to go help them out. I mean, your cousins and them say go help them out. But then you can't help clean up the house with me, but you over there helping them to fix the cars and stuff. It's like that. I hope what I'm saying makes sense. So I don't want y'all to feel like y'all got to bottle it up, because even though you're not telling her from here, you're telling her from here. That don't mean that you're a dirty person. That could be you going out here spending money, you staying out late at night, you're drinking, you're smoking, you having flings with people. A mess is a mess. Don't matter how you clean it up. You understand? Don't matter how you perform it. But when you bring it to the table, you can't force somebody else to eat it because you don't know how to explain what's going on with you. That goes both ways. And even for that female that can be nagging, you got to understand that this person got things bottled up. So yelling at them and saying, get that stuff off the floor and do this and do that, and you talking to them like you're a parent instead of a friend, maybe they won't have to go out in the street to find them someone else to talk to. Maybe they won't have to go hang out with their boys and stuff. Maybe they won't be on the video games all day long. You understand me? Because you got to remember, those things that I said, what that remind you of when you was a child, a teenager, out here when your parents or whoever was the guardian over you telling you what to do? What you could do? You become rebellious. And what happens to the kids that don't want to eat their food? The parents be like, you need to eat that food because it's going to make you strong. And they're like, no, I don't care. I don't want it. They complain. They have tantrums. They'll do whatever. And what happens in those situations? The parents will eventually either say, force them to eat it, and now they resented the parent. Or the parents say, you know what? I give up. Go in your room. How many of y'all are either trying to force somebody to understand you, or you telling, or you telling them to go in their room, meaning get away from them, I don't even want to deal with you, and they going back out in the streets, or they doing all this other stuff, and you wondering why both of y'all starving, because neither one of you know how to prepare the meal the right way. So in order to know how to prepare the meal the right way, you need to know what the person really like and what they don't like. You got to proportion it out the right way. When you put it on the plate, make sure your salads don't mix with your liquids. You understand me? Make sure that, if the person is allergic to something, make sure that that ingredient is not in the food. Make sure that, if you providing them a sweet, it ain't too much, because you know some people out here diabetics. You understand? You got to proportion everything out right. And if you proportion everything out right, then they'll know how to appreciate the meal that's in front of them. So that goes like to my videos. That's it. Every video I'm preparing a table for you. That's it. I'm just preparing a table for you. It's up to you if you want to eat. It's up to you if you want to listen to me. It's up to you if you want, if you feel like this is gonna make you allergic or not. It is what it is. But even though it may sound like I'm talking to the collective, I'm only talking to one person, whoever's looking at me at the moment. That's it. Ain't it amazing how I can talk to the whole world but talk to one person at a time? So why y'all don't feel like you special? Why you don't feel like that somebody don't care about you? Why you feel like you lost in the world? How can you feel these ways when it's in your face? Yeah, you said it ain't in your face. Look at everything in the room you in. If it wasn't for God, how will all of these things be created? So you telling me you been by yourself the whole time? I think you got enough of things to prove to yourself that God been with you the entire time. So why you can't recognize it? Why you scared to open up and say exactly how you feel? Why you sitting back and feel like you got to put the whole world in your hand when you the world you got to worry about? And when you fix this world, then all the other worlds around you will know how to orbit around you. It's the energy, it's a vibration. So when I provide these videos and this information, that's all I'm doing. That's it. Showing you how to get the frequency in your earth, in your world, the right way, so people know how to handle you the right way. So when you feel like you need to say something, you ain't got to sit here and be knocking on the door. Can I come in? They already knocking on your door and saying, do you need any help? You understand? That's how it goes. But if you always storing everything up here and not being honest out here, then don't get mad when people don't realize the mess you in. Think about like hoarders. How many times y'all find out these shows on hoarders, the outside of the house look alright, but then when they go inside, nobody can get in. Look at how hoarders are. Holding on to memories, buying stuff, doing stuff, just so they can feel complete. Think about hoarders, objects, things. They fulfill the whole house just to feel love. Just to feel love. When all they needed was stuff. So, even for the men out here, I don't want y'all to feel like y'all ain't got anyone to talk to. Just talk. Y'all should see me in this room. I be just laughing by myself all day. I ain't looking at nothing but the wall. I could be looking at the floor or whatever. I'm just holding conversations and I'm just laughing my behind off, crying my behind off. You know, I have my little tantrums. I ain't no different than y'all. I have little tantrums, mini tantrums where I'm be like, I'm tired of this mess. You should see me, boy. It ain't cute at all. But it is what it is. I go through the same thing just like everyone else. If I didn't, then how will y'all know those emotions? You got them somewhere. So, at the same time, my thing is this. No matter what side of the spectrum you're on, good or bad, you still got love. There's still love there. Now, if you're on the deeper side of bad, just know that you got to open your heart to know what love is. Not that fake stuff. You understand? And if you're on that point where you super godly, then you still got to open your heart to understand the other people's pain too. Because you can still be godly in a way and just happy and good, but still, how can I say it? Y'all don't realize there are people that can be on a godly side that got love in their heart and still hate somebody that's a criminal. Y'all ain't know that? Yeah. But there's people out there like that. If a criminal will walk up beside them, they'll look at them and still want to talk to them because they scared that if they say hi to them, that they going to get contaminated and become a criminal too. And if that's the way you feel, then maybe you're a criminal on the inside. You just waiting. You just want to see it from a different view. That's it. You'd be surprised how many people are in a position that they have love in their heart and they care, but at the same time they're curious. They're curious because all they know is being good all the time. All they know is how to do what's right all the time. And so a lot of times they get stressed on themselves. That's why they want everything in the house perfect. Because if they see chaos and they see all this stuff, they scared that they're going to become dirty too. On that note, y'all have a blessed day.